Hello, everybody. Welcome to End Times Visions. I think this may be interesting to many people. Put it this way: in my understanding and seeking truth and knowledge and wisdom of that knowledge, the Holy Spirit seems to lead me to things that seem to make sense. Now, the Black Death of Europe in the 14th century, which is the 1300s to some, the number of deaths was enormous, reaching 2/3 or 3/4 of the population in various parts of Europe. And the first thought that comes to mind is, lest those days be shortened, no flesh be saved. It almost sounds like that, doesn't it? It has been calculated that 1/4 to 1/3 of the total population of Europe, or 25 million persons, died from the plague during the Black Death. And it's striking to me, it has been calculated that 1/4, which is what 1/4 of the plagues and pestilences in the Revelation book says, that the four angels were given dominion over 1/4 of the earth and to 1/3 of men. That is saying 1/4 of the earth in Revelation and 1/3 of that's the four horses or the four angels of the apocalypse. No kidding. Yeah, that fits it like a T. Now, when you get back to where did the Black Death begin? Well, it began nowhere else but China. Now, let's continue. So you think COVID may be related to Black Death? How? Well, the Black Death originated in China, according to this stuff. The Black Death was a devastating global epidemic of bubonic plague that struck Europe and Asia in the mid-1300s. That's very important, I think, the 1300s. The plague arrived in Europe in October 1347, when 12 ships from the Black Sea docked at the Sicilian port of Messina. It says Sicilian, too. Anyway, where did the Black Death occur? The plague that caused the Black Death originated in China in the early to mid-1300s. Wow. And spread along trade routes westward to the Mediterranean and northern Africa, and it reached southern England in 1348 and northern Britain and Scandinavia by 1350. So it spread pretty quick, it seems, unless it was in China earlier than 1347. But this is pointing China is where the outbreak Black Death began and was a global pandemic in 1300s. Well, strangely enough, in 1302, a man claimed to be the prince of the air and ruler of the earth and all the kings therein. 1302. A man says, basically, in my own name, let's say he says, in my own name, so he takes the reins, the seat, the power that is supposed to be of Jesus. So there it is right there. And this creates the empire of the city, better known as the Mystery City, Mystery Babylon. The empire of the city. It's independent city-states. The UN is one of them. 1302, Boniface VIII. The air jurisdiction, Ephesians 2:2 is one verse I know fits this. So he owns all souls living dead on the earth. So a black plague breaks out after this pope. He died the next year, actually, after this takes place and during this period. Actually before these, but right when it takes place. Now in 2015, I don't know if I'll find it right now, but 2015, the United Nations, if we go to the transcript, he opens up with, in my own name. Pope Francis opens up with, in my own name. That's John 5:4-3. They will receive him that comes in his own name. Well, it seems they did it back then, too. The world received him because it's a dragon that gives them their seat and their power and authority. So I see this as the beginning of what's called the Abomination of Desolation is set up to go forth and make desolate. And it's getting worse and worse in the world, as you can tell. Anyway, Well, she got some shoulders on her. Anyway, Pope Francis opens up in my own name. Let's see, I'm not sure where it's at right here. Right here. In my own name and that of the entire Catholic community, I wish to express to you, and so forth, and the heads of state and every person on the planet. In my own name, John 5:43. And then 4 years later, COVID-19 outbreaks from nowhere else but China. The Whuan virus. So that absolutely mimics the Black Death in Europe also. I find it interesting that it says 1/4 to 1/3. And to the 4 horses, I can't remember which Revelation that is right now. So I think it's Revelation 17. I might have it up here somewhere. Let's go to Revelation 17 real quick, actually. I think that's where it's at. Just to make sure. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Where was that? Maybe it's not in here. No, it's the angels of the Euphrates. I have to look up Euphrates because that's where it's at. Euphrates. Yeah, I don't know everything about the Bible. Revelation. There's 2 verses. Yeah, 9:14. It's Revelation 9. That's what it is. Saying to the 6th angel which had the trumpet, loose the 4 angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the 6th angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water there was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. Well, that seems like something going on in the Middle East, and there definitely is things been going on in the Middle East for 20, 30 years with the U.S. involved. So it makes sense to me that after Pope Boniface VIII claims himself ruler over all souls and kings of the earth and creates the air jurisdiction on earth, and the Pope is head, we have an outbreak of plague that starts in China. Pope Francis does the same thing in 2015. Then we have another outbreak from China. Yeah, I don't believe in coincidence, right?